So come to the Malaysian, the Kuala Lumpur Zoo. Zoos are great in cities because what you'll get the birds and wildlife in the trees. So if you're with friends or family and you don't want to be dragging them to some weird nature reserve, they've got something to do, you've got something to do. Wild birds will come down for the water and the food. And look, this is it's crawling with monkeys. There's monkeys in cages and monkeys outside of cages, birds in cages and birds outside of cages. And so far we've got bulbuls, sunbirds. I've seen the wild storks flying around. They'll probably have some clipped winged ones they did at the bird park. But here, yeah, you've got the wild ones mixing in as well. So they'll come down for the fresh water. So yeah, there's things flitting around, not the sunbird, probably, yeah, sunbirds, those olive-backed sunbirds. So yeah, we're gonna, you can hopefully hear through the microphone the racket everything's making. But just before we left the reservoir, I don't know why, but it was amazing that I thought to check this. A myna from the flock of mynas went off on its own and it had actually no, I remember now, I was filming it because it had something in its beak. And when I zoomed in, I thought that's a weird looking myna, and it was a common myna. I believe I don't have that from Hong Kong, so it's a new species. So the flower in its mouth, which I thought was food, which it probably is, but I thought it was a bug, made me look at it, luckily. Otherwise I would have just assumed it was the Javan myna. And then just as I was leaving, I thought it was a skylark at first, but it was a pipit. And I thought, if it's an olive-backed pipit like in Hong Kong, then it's not a lifer. But then I Googled it, and somebody said, if you see this pipit in Malaysia, it's more than likely a paddy field pipit. So I'm putting that down as a lifer. So, yeah, so we've literally just 5 minutes in the entrance. I'm overlaying bits so you can see there's a squirrel coming down as well. I think it was like, was it about £7.50, £8 to get in per person? Amazing, yeah. And obviously the weather's turned, which is great. The clouds, very cloudy, which means the sun is the worst thing. And the sounds of thunder, but if I was off out somewhere, I'd have nowhere to hide. So at least in a zoo, there's places to run underneath, shelter if it rains. So we're gonna have a good day here. So we've just had about 40 minutes, an hour at the flamingo pool here at the zoo. And even on the approach, you could hear things picking up. I had a common hill myna making a big racket in a tree. And then I saw two of them. So seen them in Hong Kong, so not a lifer. And then I got 3 streak-throated, is it? Bulbuls. The flamingo pool here. So there are painted storks and black-faced ibises here. So they're wild birds. It's only the flamingos are supposed to be here. The ibises and the storks can fly away at will. So they are wild birds. And then there was a bit of a commotion, a streak of blue, and a white-throated kingfisher landed in the tree there. So filmed it for, I didn't bother filming it until I could put my tripod up, and it did sit there for about 5 minutes. So I got some tripod footage of a white-throated kingfisher and took loads and loads. My wife kept saying, wait and see if it catches a fish, but it never did. Some footage of some spotted dove. I'm trying to now the upgrades are going to be tripod footage. So there's a couple of Pomeranian, I think they're called Pomeranian duck, apparently domesticated from Germany, but they'll be wild because then there's nothing about them being there, but they're still domesticated. And over here, there's a lot of commotion in the bushes, so yeah, if you can see what it looks like here opposite. Another zone here. There's a lot of racket in here, and there are two adult with two juvenile Malaysian pied fantails in there with the streak-throated bulbul floating about, and the parent would go in this mesh, watch, and fly out to catch a flying insect going around and coming back. And there was a lot of commotion there as they were sort of hassling each other. And then there's another bird. I'll get to that in a second. While I was looking here, I check everything now because there is another species of tailor bird. I didn't expect to see it. Tailor bird landed in here, and I went, "Oh, it's going to be a common tailor bird." And then I saw the brown head. I went, new species, another new species for the zoo, and checked it up online. Ashy tailor bird, and it was like it didn't care that the fantail was double its size. It was harassing it, making a lot of noise, which is great. But yeah, the fantail was coming out of here in these mesh. That's actually a really good place for a nest because nothing big's getting in there except maybe a snake. And then I saw birds, small birds flying. I thought they were the tailor birds going into those bamboo leaves there, making a nest. And I followed one over there to where they were going in and out, collecting nesting material. And I got a brief second of one. Oh, look, here comes a little egret. And it was a scaly-breasted munia. So I waited, nothing. And then they came out of there and landed in the mesh. I filmed it for a bit, and it seemed like it was staying there. So I set the tripod and got even more footage. So happy days. A couple of lifers in here so far, I think. And loads of black-faced ibis flying. Yeah, so far it's been brilliant. But the bird area is definitely good. You can hear it's alive with birds. So excellent roundup. Definitely, I knew when I came to the pond area there'd be things coming down for a drink with the other birds because it felt safe.
Sorry, from
This place is mad. So we came here just before our flight. What time is it? It's flight's tomorrow. We're leaving to the hotel airport at 12 o'clock, so I've got a couple of hours to kill. So I wanted to go and explore a new place. And I mean, not for new species, but hit the jackpot with this park. Bottom of the screen, I don't know the name of it. I'm not going to pronounce it. But this is absolutely chaos. I mean, I haven't seen a single black crowned night heron since I've been here, and here they all are. just before I came in, there was a call, a song I didn't recognise. So I went down to the end of the car park where the cab dropped me off and looked up, and it was a white-throated kingfisher call. Okay, so I recorded some of that just so I know what the sound is like. But I just got some, I'm gonna have to, I mean, I'll show you a short clip of it, but I'm gonna put it up as a separate video of a grey heron taking this massive fish. What is it, a catfish or something? I don't know, you anglers tell me. And it took it out of the water, I can tell you now. Yeah, one took it out of the water and took it up to the bank, and I filmed it for like must have been 10 minutes off and on. And it looked like it was just draining the life out of this grey heron. And I just thought, please swallow it, because it'll be a great video. But I think another one came in and scared it off. I think it was a different one because it didn't have any blood on its beak. So I think it was another one who then had the energy and the smarts to come down to the water, rinse off the dirt, which made it slippery again, and was able to swallow it quite quickly. Some night herons were coming along to have a look to see if they could do it. And I thought, I thought, let's see them, a professional, do it, the night heron, because I've seen them swallow ducklings before, but the herons just walk past it. Is he? So I thought the grey heron had picked up another fish. So yeah, we better do a circuit of this park. We're still in time. I think we'll spend most of the morning at this park. But yeah, you've got open nests here, black crown night heron nests. Little egret nests, the chicks are in there at different stages. The little egret nests, very, very cute. They're just starting to look like mini little egrets. And the black crown night herons are that stage where the down is just starting to come off, so they're half looking like an already adult egret. But yes, just wow, I'm seeing things landing trees here. I'm going to take lots of little bits of footage of all the different angles and look for anything else. Yeah, when it's silly. When the cab driver stopped it, he said, "You getting out to take pictures?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh," he looked up around like at the buildings and was like, what are you going to take pictures of? I said, "I'm going in the park to take birds." He said, "Oh, I've never been here before, I didn't know." Obviously he doesn't know about this. But yeah, when I was just walking around from the car park area, some guy obviously saw the camera and said, "Go over there, that's where all the birds are." So, oh, thank you. So went over, and there you go. Fill your boots. No new species, but I'm going to keep looking. There might be something hidden away in there. Some other kingfisher or something that I need to see. So yeah, we're going to get on with doing loads of filming of this. So I'm going to start recording these hands-free now, because every time I touch the camera, I think the birds sense it and something appears. I was literally just taking the selfie stick out, and it was like these two birds fighting each other. So following on from, we've just walked sort of most of the way around the pond and going through the forested area, and it sounds like a proper jungle in here. Cicadas and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, on top of the tree there are two, as far as I can see, let's get rid of that because I need my hands free, two purple heron nests. I saw one flying over. I thought that looks slightly darker than the grey heron, and sure enough went onto the top of the tree. This is a lot of these Asian brown flycatcher. They're everywhere. There must have been an influx of them. So yeah, the purple herons on the top of the tree. I didn't see anything unusual. There are a lot of white-throated kingfishers here. I think we'll pause here. We're going to have clapping all the way through. Okay.